Well, morning folks, how you all doing today? It is a beautiful sunny spring morning here on Oakfield Farm. It is currently about 9 AM. Just been up here this morning after I finished feeding the cattle, just to give the last of that grass field finished. We've put what was a block of barley. It was in fallow, but we're just going to put a break crop of grass in there for now to leave it for a year or two. Make some silage off there. So now we're going to head across. Can't quite see where he is, but where the church is, we're going on to the other side of the hill. Barry is up there now in the big John Deere with a set of discs on, and he's kind of working ahead of us. And we're going to go and swing by the seed yard, fill up the drill behind me here, and then we'll get ourselves on our way. And yeah, we're going to catch up with him really and see how we're getting on. So that's going to be good. I've got young Jack out this morning in the 6250. He is ripping through some old sugar beet ground, which we're going to try and get in spring barley as well. The weather has kind of started to warm up a little bit for us now. We're finally getting some what I would call drilling weather. So it's warmer. Soil temperature when I measured it this morning was around about 5-6 degrees. So we can start to comfortably put some barley into the ground there now. It's going to be okay, which is what we're going to do. So we're going to get cracking on with that one. And then yeah, we're looking good actually. We're going to get a few more fields put in. I want to put about another 200 acres in this spring, and the rest we're going to leave until the autumn for winter crops there. But yes, that's pretty much the plan. We'll get through that. If the weather holds out, I might even get all that done in the next week, you know. It all just depends. We're in with a good chance at least. Especially with this the Mega Drill 5000 on the back here, nice and wide, got a good unit so we can really fly through it. And so that's hopefully what we'll get done. But yeah, it is a beautiful day. Really got a lot to work on with. And yeah, we're just going to take ourselves back over to the yard there now. Jack is in the field over there. Actually, we might be able to see him when we drive towards the seed yard. We'll go in the other entrance there. And yeah, he's going to rip through the sugar beet ground. It gets awfully compacted during harvest there. So I always like to rip through it with a subsoiler really. And then we'll work it down once it's done. And it should be good from there. It's finally dry enough as well underneath for the tractor to get some decent purchase on the subsoil there, just rather than getting stuck and everything sticking to everything. It finally looks like he's kind of making some good traction, so that's all good news. And I can just see what's going on here. Oh, we're away. There we go. Oh, it's always good to have that bus stop there, heavens. Perfect stuff. So we're at this field here that's still to plough in at some stage. That lake is filling up again down at the bottom. But yeah, we need to get into that one. But we'll, I'm not sure I might leave that in grass again for now. Because it's a break crop of grass there as well. So we might leave it in grass for now and then look at that in the winter. Or in the autumn at least, that might be the better idea. Just see how it's all coming together. But yeah, I really want to see some grass starting to kick along and starting to grow now, just so we can get the bit of rotation for the sheep really, get them moved around field to field. See how that's all looking. That field there is looking quite good, it's got some good growth coming through. Jack is in there, you can just, think you can just see him working. I'll slow down a bit. He's in there, working away, and we're going to go up here anyway. In fact, we'll just stop here, see how he's doing, go and have a quick look at him. Bale there. So like I say, we're working this one on a little bit of an angle. There's some trash on the top that is going to get buried and chopped down. But he's made some good progress. He started this last night. He's just gone out there about half an hour ago to pick it up. But yeah, as you can see, he's kind of working his way through. It's looking good. Doesn't seem to be struggling at all, which is fantastic news. So he's going to get that field done. Once we get finished on top of the hill, Barry and I will come into there as well, and we'll get that one all wrapped out. So we should be looking good. Now though, we're just going to cruise through to the new seed storage area. Now for those of you who have not seen it, since we last spoke when we had the 360 out and we were clearing out the yard space, we have got the bins moved, and we've got a little block wall put up there as well. So we've been really able to kind of get that done quite quickly actually. It's not a concrete wall, it's like these blocks kind of locked together, so it's able to be done a little bit faster. But yeah, as you can see, we have our own seed storage yard really. Now, what I need to do here we are going to, what we're going to do, because we're going up this way anyway, I need to unfold the drills just so I can top this up a touch. And get some seed put in there, keep this going before the hillside land. So we're just going to back this around here and then see. Okay, that should about do it, hopefully. There we go. Excellent, let's just knock that off. Beautiful rig. The fend is a great tractor to pull on that drill there. Barely even notices it. And so here is our new silo system, really. This is for our seeds. Works quite well, nice and clean, tidy, plenty of space around it, plenty of space to put something else there should we need to. But the reason that we've done this, the price of the fertilizer continues to go up and up and up, really. Now that we've gone to this, we've put this system in place so we can buy in bulk and store it. So that when we, even if we can buy it at its cheapest point, so we don't spend as much money on our inputs, and then we can always store it, and then we'll use it when we need to. But if we can buy it in bulk when it's cheap, it's going to save the farm quite a bit of money, and that is the intention at least. What I do need to do though is just fill this guy up with a little bit of seed from here. Okay. So like I say, we're going onto the hill to put some spring barley in. The ground we're going into is a little mixture of stones, really. Stones and a bit of clay, so it's not great. But the barley does quite like it up there. Make sure this is looking okay. Yeah, we need a little top up there. Not a great deal, but a bit. I'll keep us going. Pull forward just a little bit. Now we have this hooked up. This hopper's hooked up to one of the auxiliaries on the loader here, so I can just pull the button there, and then open goes the chute, and that's it done. Brilliant. So we'll just leave this in the shed down here for now. At some point we might come back and take this, bring this hopper up there, but for right now it will be good. Let's just swing this around here. This little shed down here is going to become one of two things. It's going to become the chemical store, really, along with the silos, but it's also going to house the 360 here and maybe a low loader for it as well. But we'll see about that one. But yeah, it's a nice little kind of chemical store. Does its job. Okay, so we are going to get ourselves away. I'm hoping Barry's got a decent start, so he's ahead of us, but I guess we'll find out on that front. Let's just go and have a bit of a drive up there and see anyway. So how are you all doing anyway? Hope everyone is doing fantastically. Do let me know in the comments down below what you're getting up to, what you're working on, and how that's all going. If you are like me, just kind of pushing through with some drilling, or if you're whatever you may be getting up to with your stock as well, do let us know. Always very interested. And also what you're driving. Some people I do know are watching this as they're driving vehicles, so you know, thank God for GPS really. But yeah, do let me know what you're doing and what machine you're in, because that's always really fascinating to me. I'm just going to take it slowly over this track so I don't rattle the drill to pieces, and then we'll be away. So we're just going to take it slowly through here, past the old church. The old church buildings that never quite recovered from a big flood we had here a while ago. Some of them are still not fully restored since then. All this area was underwater. Through there. Perfect. And that farm track was built never with the idea of bringing 500 horsepower tractors through, that's a fact. Okie dokie. We go. Now we can't access these fields from the village, but it's just on the other side there. When it comes to the combine, we always come up through the village there, but for this we'll just come through the field, it's fine. These two fields here we might make into some silage or hay this year as well. Let's get this baled up out of the way. That'll be a good idea. In two minds at the moment, trying to think about what we're going to do with silage, whether we're going to do baled silage or pit silage. I have to get the contractors in for pit silage, but it's definitely something we could look into. But I'm not quite sure on that front yet. Yeah, we'll see about that, I'm sure. do have my own baler there, which I do a lot of fodder with, but I'm just not sure. We'll have to think about the cost of it, the time handling of it as well. There's only the 3 of us there, so we can certainly do all the mowing work and some of the baling. I'm actually looking soon to try and organise a class demonstration, see if we can get some new, get some mows and have a play with there. But that's a long way away. We've got nothing to work with right now anyway, so I'll have to wait a bit. And back we go. Oh, he hasn't got much of this done. It took his time to get going. He looks like he's just over there now. That's a little bit frustrating. Looks like we're gonna have a little bit of a weight on our hands. But you can see this has just got a whole load of just trash on the top, really. I leased this field out for a local farmer who puts potatoes in, and that's why it's kind of still ridged a bit. Got a load of trash on the top there, so that's why it's looking like that. So we need to bury that, which will give us some good organic matter to work with, and then we'll be able to get straight in with the spring barley, which should, in all honesty, kick on very well on this. That's what we're hoping for, at least. What we're going to have to do now, though, is just wait a little while whilst we get Barry a little bit ahead of us here. He's got to work off these headlands first, which is fine, and then we'll be starting with the rows, so we need to let Barry get a little bit ahead. But we'll do that, and then we'll come back to you when he's made a little bit more progress.
Do just what you want. You're the one I trust, and I always be around when I need some loving, baby. No one else. Yeah. Let you down. Take me to your heart. I belong to you.
Well, as you can see, soil conditions are coming up very favourably here. Barry is we're kind of coming across the angle of where the ridges were for the potatoes, just to kind of work that in a little bit and level it all out if there were any uneven areas. Which means it's going to take Barry a little bit of time to get ahead of us, but he's done alright there so far, so we're not looking too bad. But yeah, I'm going to kind of get myself ready to roll at least, because we're in a position where I can get into the field now, and we're not in each other's way, which is always ideal. I wonder if you can see Jack from here. Where is the lad? No. Somewhere just over there. You can't quite pick him out at the moment, I don't think, but he's there. But yeah, so we just had a little bit of a play around in the drone, which is always good fun. And then we go. And we'll just get this drill unfolded here. Unleash the Mega Drill 5000, as I affectionately know it as. And yeah, we'll just kind of get that stuff. Now, we're not going to use quite a wider headland as Barry has there, but it'll still be pretty meaty. Okay, so what we're going to do is just kind of get ourselves set up just to tackle this little block in the corner. And then we'll just kind of make sure we get our AB line set up there, make sure we're working on a good path. do it, and then we're gonna go put that on. That's the drill engaged. That's the drill lowered down. We'll just get this first line put in here. Make sure everything's set up there, because it is going to be a little, change a few of the settings when we move over from grass to here, so there's going to be a few little changes. Alright, that looks like it's pretty good there. What we're going to do is put our second line in, and then yeah, I've given Barry a little bit more time. He seems to be cracking on, getting away from us, which is the main thing. Excellent stuff. Away we go. Alright, so this is the first of the spring barley of the year going in here. This will be a malted barley, all being well there, so it's going to try and hopefully end up in a beer near you, ideally. I'll have to wait and see if that actually happens or not, but all depend upon the weather and how the establishment goes, ideally. But we'll see. We're going to give it its best chance, as always. And then, yeah, if that's the case, then we'll be flying. Put that back down there. So we're going to be trying to get in the region, like I say, another 200 acres or so in the ground here of this. And we'll just see what the conditions are looking like. But it's a good start, at least. If it's going to stay this warm and dry over the next few weeks, then it'll really establish very well indeed. Which is all that we can ask for, really. So we're going to keep cracking on. I am using GPS here, which allows me to be a little more accurate with we have the vary rate. Oh, I'm not going to get around there in one hit. We have the vary rate application of the drill here, which changes how much seed is kind of put down in any one location based on the ground conditions, which is pretty cool stuff. It just does allow us to be that little bit more efficient, really. So that's what we're doing here. We're just going to make sure it all gets set up properly. And then, yeah, we'll be away. This field shouldn't take us too long to do. And then from then, we've got a couple more to aim for down the hill. And then maybe tomorrow, if all goes well, we'll get into that land that Jackson and I now subsoiling through. I think you can just kind of see where he is in the distance there as well. But, hey-ho, he's flying along. That's the main thing. And then we'll be all good to go. What we are going to do is leave it here for right now. Thank you ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, join Simulation for the Nation, and we will see you in the next one. So until then, have yourself a great day, enjoy what you're doing as always, but most importantly, happy farming.